All right, so it's about to get real on here. Let's get straight to it. I'm going to read this simple text to you and then I'm going to explain what's going on. Most of the people on YouTube cannot even see the game being played. Everything you do is being monetized by them. You are all chasing a dollar that you will never reach. Wealth is created by manufacturing of some sort. That is a fact. Useless channels that only or mainly discuss gender wars or brag about a bag, money, which they, that says that, but it should have said they, only have because they talk for a living about things that do not serve humanity are not my desire and I repel them. If anyone wants to discuss or better yet, work together to create something, let me know in the comments below. Once a man is successful, then I put rich with cash in parentheses, then those with no faith, no creativity or imagination will come beating down his door. I have learned to recognize wisdom before riches because wisdom is the father of all riches. I need you all to understand that. If you only listen to somebody once they're rich, they're going to defraud you because that's how they got rich most of the time. Wisdom is before riches. That's how you create the riches from nothing. Let's continue. Never be discouraged by haters who only know how to talk. And I put parentheses trash, meaning they know how to talk trash for a living, but cannot create anything of actual value or substance in the real world. So I just did a quick little Google search here and I typed gurus only sell books and courses. So it's a few things that come up, right? People asking, are these online gurus selling courses to make money always a scam? Then you got here fake gurus. Welcome to the online business guru grifter industrial complex. So I don't necessarily have to read all of those articles, but here's my point. I'm going to tell you what's going on YouTube and pretty much any other site. Now, if people are talking about relationships and they actually want to help your relationship, okay. If people are talking about a real issue with gender, not these fake gender issues, but actual discrimination, okay, right? If they're talking about real racism, not the made up racism where people complaining when they should just get up and do something on their own, okay. But I'm talking about the plethora and the loads and the huge amount of content where people just talk for a living and brag about a bag that they get from YouTube as if it's their platform. Newsflash, you don't own YouTube and they can shut you down at any time. That's number one. Number two, YouTube only exists because software developers, database developers, web developers, designers, project managers, so on and so forth, who actually have technical and scientific knowledge created something that you can simply click upload and put your video up here. But there's a whole lot of science and technology going on in the background that requires a whole lot more thought than just talking. So you wouldn't have anything if it weren't for the people that do the real work in the background. That's another thing. But I'm not going to focus too much on what frustrates me because I'm in a good place right now. But I'm talking a little bit about what I don't want so I can get to what I do want. What I don't want and what I don't like is for people who create nothing of substantive value in the world, nor do they have the capability nor the desire. And that's the main part. You got people who desire only to get a Twitter page, or not Twitter, or TikTok, YouTube, because they just want to put up some garbage content and hope and pray that you watch through their advertisements without clicking skip, or you click on something so they can get that little money, or they hoping and praying for a super chat, whatever they can get, and then have the nerve to brag about getting a bag and how much money they got. Are you kidding me? So here's who I value. I value engineers. I value scientists. I value inventors. I value nurses and doctors who actually care about the well-being of their patients. I value dentists and orthodontists. I value software engineers, network engineers, database developers and engineers. You understand, the people that make this internet that you and I own actually work. Because all of the people bragging in the forefront wouldn't be able to upload a single video and stream it if they had to create their own website from scratch? Not using a content management system, not using some free software that somebody else gave you. If you had to create it from scratch, you would have absolutely nothing because you are either unwilling or unable to think for a prolonged period of time to do so. With that being said, we live in a world where people think they're advanced because they can use Facebook, where young people think they know more than their elders because they know how to use social media. But if you ask any of these people to make a dial-up phone, not a smartphone, ask them could they create a phone, right? They can't make it and they think they advanced. Ask them to create a website from scratch that does anything technical without using anybody else's code and see how many videos or tweets or status updates you get from them. Absolutely nothing. So I want you all to know that it is real wisdom and intelligence that makes this world go round. And the people who do the real work, a lot of time you don't even hear their name. They don't even get credit for what they do. So that's irksome. However, I still know that there's a few people who value real human intelligence, real innovation, imagination, and creativity. And I know you are out there, right? With that being said, if you're interested in working on anything that is of any substance, right? Put in the comments if there's a topic you would like for me to talk about, right? That is of substance, right? That you would like to get out there. You understand? Those are the type of things I'm interested in. And see, I feel so much better talking about what I do want because I refuse to fall into the trap of people thinking that you have to compete with them. I'm not on the level of competition. I create. And that's as far as I'm going to go. Right? God is not in competition with the devil. You understand what I'm saying? Because he is the creator. That's whether you believe in the Bible or not. All right? The creator, tell me who he's in competition with. Nobody. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more and then that'll be it. So they will make a video. They will try to sell a book, sell a course, tell you how to do this and how to do that. And the sole purpose of what they're doing is just to sell you the how-to, not for you to actually be able to do the thing that they're selling. I'm going to give you the example that I hate the most now. All of us invest in real estate, whether we know it or not. If you are a renter, you're investing in someone else's real estate because you're paying the rent, which is usually more than the mortgage, including taxes and insurance. If you're a homeowner, you're investing in real estate, even though you're just living there, you're still investing in it. And obviously, if you are a landlord, you're investing in real estate because you bought it and you rented it out to someone. With that being said, you have people who will do the same formula that was done in real estate to every other piece of knowledge that people seek in order to get wealth or to get rich, right? And this is what they do. They'll sell you a book about flipping houses, doing foreclosures, selling real estate. They will sell you a course about flipping houses, selling real estate, buying and holding, whatever. They will sell you a book and a course, audio, podcast, this and that, as if the number of houses are magically multiplying out of thin air. If you suddenly have 2,000 to 3,000 more people in one city or state who are all trying to be a landlord at the same time, the market is going to be saturated and the deals will not be there for everyone. That is not being negative. That is reality. You can think all you want. You can try to law of attract all you want. The houses are not popping up out the ground. So if you had 5,000 houses available before you started and 3,000 or 4,000 more people who just bought the same books and courses you just bought try to do the same thing you're doing, you're all going to be trying to chase the same houses. What you should be doing is doing what you were put here to do. If you were put here to do real estate and that's actually what you care about, if that's what's in your soul, your heart and mind to actually do anyway, you should do it. But your wealth might come through engineering. Your wealth might come through creating a trademark, copyrights, patents. You understand? Service-oriented business. So instead of chasing what these so-called gurus tell you, you need to find the inner guidance inside of you. I'm not against someone selling books. I'm against them if they're selling the book for a disingenuous purpose. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not against somebody selling courses. I'm against them selling courses for a disingenuous purpose. You ought to sell books and courses about a topic you actually care about, or at least that you're teaching in a way to actually benefit the users. Stop making people think that everybody on earth is going to be able to create a YouTube channel and be successful, because they're not. They are not. But you know who that's going to make successful? YouTube. Because there's going to be a million more of you in the next year or two, all trying to create a channel on the same platform that's going to keep raising the bar for you to even get monetized. Let me ask you a question. In the United States, let's look at this. How many people? Let's look at USA population. Because see, people got this thing twisted. So this may not be exactly right, but it's close enough. It says there are approximately 335,893,238 people in the United States right now. Okay, some of those are newborn babies. A lot of those are children who are minors, all right? Some of those are elders in the nursing home, assisted living. Some of them are already retired. So how many of them are 18 to 65, and how many of them are going to watch YouTube and pay you with a super chat or buy something that you're selling? So you got to subtract from these numbers. So you don't have an infinite number of people who are going to watch what you're putting on here. You understand? And that goes for any market. You don't have unlimited people in every market. There is a finite amount of people on the earth. And then if you don't even speak multiple languages, you're only limited to the people that speak your language in your geographic area. Now, if you go overseas, you can reach more. But you get what I'm saying? Not everybody on earth wants what you're selling. That's why it's much better if you focus on the thing which your creator put in your mind and heart, not what some guru told you to do and convince you to do, when they know good and well all you're going to succeed at doing is buying their course and helping them create the wealth and riches that you will not attain. With that being said, if real estate is your thing, you need to do real estate. If law is your thing, you need to do law. If music is your thing, you need to do music. If software, database development, science, innovation, technology, because these are things I'm interested in, some of them the ones that I'm mentioning. If that's who you are and what you are, that's what you should be doing. But you have to have the inner guidance. How do you obtain that inner guidance? Well, that's called wisdom. And see, that would be something that I would put in a book. But I can tell you, you can look in the Bible and figure some of it out. You can look at other old books and figure some of it out. But you see what I'm saying? If I made a book about wisdom, it would be telling you how to figure out, how to recognize the wisdom that comes before riches. Some of you have wisdom in your heart and mind right now, and you think you're poor when you're actually rich. And there are some people who have a lot of cash that think they're rich, but they're actually poor because their gains are all gotten by fraud. You understand? Don't forget Bernie Madoff. For those of you who don't know Bernie Madoff, I'm going to show you who he is. This doesn't mean that everybody who's rich is evil, because we don't believe that either. But I'm just showing you, stop praising people just because they got money. Bernie Madoff, right? Died April 14, 2021. He was born on April 29, 1938. Bernard Lawrence Madoff was an American financial criminal and financier, right? Who was the admitted mastermind of the largest known Ponzi scheme in history. You understand? How much did he steal? It says here that defrauding thousands of investors out of an estimated $65 billion over the course of at least 17 years. So don't think because somebody is a billionaire or a multi-millionaire that it means they're an honest businessman or woman. All right. So with that being said, the people that invested in this man's company, in his Ponzi scheme, they weren't wise, were they? But they trusted his riches because they think that just because somebody is quote unquote rich means you can listen to them about how to get wealthy. I'm telling you, you can't. Whether a man is rich, poor, or middle class, if you can discern that he has wisdom in his heart and mind, you listen to him. It says a Ponzi scheme is an investment fraud that pays existing investors with funds collected from new investors. You know what that means? They produce nothing of actual value. They're not invested in real estate. They're not invested in a restaurant. They're not invested in an amusement park, a museum. They're not invested in engines, transmissions, automotive mechanics, anything of value. And that's what many people are doing today. They talk trash for a living, have absolutely nothing of real value to help humanity. Just twerking, talking about a gender war that shouldn't even exist because men and women are supposed to work together. With that being said, I hope this has been some edification to you. Invest your time in educating yourself with real knowledge and cultivating real wisdom and understanding, and the wealth and the riches that come from the wisdom that is already in you is automatic. Peace out.